Hey, it's been a while. Today I'm taking you on a weekend trip to Prague and Berlin. This came after my visit to Vienna, which I also have a bunch of footage from and will share that vlog when I edit it, but Vienna was amazing. I absolutely loved it. And to go back to Hamburg from Vienna, Prague and Berlin are basically on the way, so I decided to visit both since I had never been. My host's cat had just had two baby kittens, and this is the first time I've ever seen such young little kittens. They were 3 weeks old, and there was not a single thought behind those eyes.
Primer y único día en Praga. Lavé mis otros calcetines, entonces ahora nomás tengo estos de lana. Me voy a asar.
This city is so beautiful and very walkable in my opinion, also very good public transport, but this view on my way to breakfast was so close to where I was staying and it was so beautiful and green. The buildings here really remind me of Mexico, with the pastel painted houses, dried up plants, the cars, the architecture in general is just like the closest I've gotten to being in Guadalajara in many years, and I really loved it. My first stop was breakfast at a place called Etapa, which was absolutely delicious, and they had an amazing array of pastries, and I really liked their bathroom signage. It's just something about the font and then the little arrow pointing and it says girls. I've just never really seen that before. I found it very funny. Then I went to the city center and stood in a big crowd to watch the astronomical clock go off, and explored the rest of the downtown area, including this amazing toy store that I really loved.
En Budapest estos se llaman kurtoshkalash y estoy mega emocionada porque hasta tiene un mito de tan recién hecho que está. Lo de afuera, crujiente y dulce por el azúcar. Lo de adentro, como almohadita.
I continued my exploration on the other side of the river, finishing my chimney cake and relaxing in the park before going into this amazing and beautiful gingerbread shop. I didn't know Prague was famous for its gingerbread, but I love that it had all sorts of characters. I just love food in the shape of other things. The next morning, I had some breakfast, walked to the station, and took my train to Berlin, where, just in case if I didn't have breakfast, I also had an amazing selection of cuisine available to me.
I made it to the Airbnb. It was amazing. There's a church outside that you can hear the bells right now. And to get the keys, the owner sent me like instructions on how to pick up the key from a padlock in front of the church. It was like a little treasure hunt, and I got the keys and I'm inside now. And this place is amazing. I'm gonna do some vintage shopping, get some food because I haven't eaten, and then walk around and check out a bunch of stores.
Also, I loved this collection of pet drawings because I was a Warriors Cats kid. A lot of my drawings looked like this.
First stop.
I went to a bunch of stationery stores, a lot of which I asked for recommendations from you guys, and I got RSVP paper more than once. I didn't get any footage of the inside, but it was definitely amazing. This store, No Socks, No Panties, ended up being one of my favorite vintage stores. They had this Steiff bear plushie. Steiff is a German brand of toys. They're super vintage and collectible now, and I really adore them. But they also had amazing clothing. I tried on this beautiful lacy blue top that I really liked. Sadly, it was a bit too small on my chest, so I left it. I also tried on this adorable cream prairie dress, which I loved, but it didn't quite fit me right. Then I tried on this little black dress, which I really liked. And also this brown polka dotted dress, which didn't fit, but it was funny because we were talking about the Coldplay controversy in the background.
The people who didn't know Coldplay know Coldplay now.
Oh yeah, who doesn't know Coldplay?
Yeah.
Then I went to Pick and Wait, which is a lot like Kilo Shop in Paris, which I know of, but I didn't find anything that I liked there. I had been seeing these little marshmallow mice all around Germany, and I finally found the actual store in Berlin.
So all of these little dots for eyes are done by hand. And they're so cute.
I got the classic vanilla mouse and the blueberry mouse, and the guy threw in a little free peach butt for me because it was my first time. I just love the shape of them. I've been intrigued for a while now, and I finally got to try them.
Tasted kind of like a very old, stale licorice marshmallow.
And also, I love old stale marshmallows, I just don't like licorice. My friend recommended me this art gallery with awesome art outside in the alleyways, and indoors they had an art exhibition going on featuring 4 modern Mexican comic artists. I was really happy to have been here at the same time as this.
Me eché un matcha con proteína para que ojalá me haga algo. Desperté a las 9 de la mañana pensando que iba a llegar tarde a la pulga y que aparentemente todas las pulgas abren a las 10. No sé por qué estaba acostumbrada a que los tianguis abren como a las 7 de la mañana y que las 9 va a ser tarde, pero pues me eché otro durazno y pues ahora voy caminando a otro.
I was very lucky that there were like 3 flea markets within the same vicinity, so I just wandered around, seeing what was still open, what was still setting up, and I stopped by the river to eat more peaches, and just like enjoyed all the lovely sights and explored the city a little bit. I finally made it to one of the fleas, and I saw some real treasures like these hats. I saw these little crocheted flowers, and it really made me want to learn how to crochet even more. I still only know how to knit. I saw these adorable bunny bags that came in all different colors, but sadly the material was like paper. I saw these Digimon CDs and Sailor Moon CDs in German, which I thought was so cool. I didn't get them, but there was this cool book on snowflakes that I also didn't get. I saw a lot of dolls, puppets, and actual Stein plushies, the German toy brand that I mentioned earlier. And then this beautiful pink rabbit Weeble Wobble that made a little bell sound in it. I very much debated getting it. And that's it for today's video. I'm glad I finally got around to editing again. I have a lot of footage on the back burner, but I've just been taking it easy for the rest of my summer. Thank you so much for watching, and if you made it to the end of the video, leave a comment. I always love reading them. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Now watch me struggle to open a German window door for 12 seconds.